Next on the chopping block, it is the marvelous, the exquisite, the angel, the boss of ads in her videos. It is the Isabella Lanter. Okay, guys. I have to talk about Isabella Lanter very soon. I'm not going to get into it. In these videos, it is not personal. We're just talking about what they're saying for their own words. All my videos are not going to be just commentary. Well, they're going to include commentary, but they're not going to be in just this format. I'm going to include a lot of clips in some other videos, but I'm just gonna get rid of some of these people right now, or just, you know, get into them right now, one by one. All right, let's get into it. Okay, we have here the Isabella Lanter. In this, I'm gonna read her description. It says, in today's video, today's video is definitely a long rant, but it, and this is in capitals, must be said. I have wanted to create this video for almost a year now. I have watched beauty MLMs destroy women, and it has to stop. I want to expose these MLMs in hopes of saving other women from believing this scam. Or I hope to help others who are in MLMs get out and be free. XO, Bella.
Well, hello, my loves. It's Isabella here, and welcome back to my channel. So, as you can tell by the title down below, we're going to be talking about MLMs, specifically beauty MLMs. So, in a quick introduction, beauty MLMs.
I've already seen this video. It's been a while, but I know she's only talking about, well, she might talk about other ones. I don't really remember this video, but that's all they talk about is beauty MLMs. There's other types of MLMs. They only talk about the same few. Now they're talking about new ones, the newest scam. But no. There are different types of MLMs. The only ones they know are beauty ones, which is hard to make a profit. It's hard. They're expensive. People like what they like. You have to introduce something else. You have to know how to do makeup. You have to know how to do makeup on other people. It's hard.
MLMs, they're multi-level marketing companies. I'm giving examples of LipSense, Unique, Mary Kay, Avon. There is like an endless list, and I will have them all down below.
Oh, and before we get into this is, yeah, her first video on this subject. Pretty much her only really talking about MLMs in this way.
Of the beauty MLMs that I know of. But we're going to be discussing that since that is specifically in my field of work and what I know. And I'm going to be talking about how they're honestly terrible.
Okay, so she's saying MLMs are in her field of work, but they're terrible. She's in marketing.
Not right, and they're unethical businesses that shouldn't even exist. First and foremost, I do want to state that this video is going to be based on facts. I will have my opinions, but I will also...
It's based on facts, okay?
Highlight when I share my opinions with you guys as well. I'm going to make sure that I have everything facts, so that way you know that I'm not lying, I'm not messing around here. This is the reality of the business, and this is something that people actually need to know and be educated on. This video will hopefully help and educate people who have been interested in getting involved with an MLM, and it will pretty much highlight that.
She's just so passionate about it, right? She just wants to help people and shut these bad companies down, okay?
A lot of these presenters involved in these beauty MLMs are promoting a scam. I personally do have some insight myself because my own mother actually was involved in a beauty MLM once when I was younger. Because I do have some personal insight because of her own experience.
Okay, so her mom was in an MLM, so she has some personal experience. Hope to hear about it more.
Experiences as well. I just have a jumble of facts in this entire video, and I do have a full understanding of the industry. My purpose is...
She has a full understanding of the industry.
a YouTuber and a platform is to educate people on topics that are maybe more difficult, not as popular, but they're very true and honest. I will use this platform to
they're very true and honest.
my advantage and share with you guys the real, raw truth of things that are going on that I see is really dangerous and completely wrong. My whole goal is...
Do you not see her eyes go all the way to the other side when she says true and honest? I want to use my platform. Okay.
Pretty much help you guys in saving money, saving time, and making yourself feel beautiful. And a lot of these companies don't help you with any of those categories. So anyways, let's kick off this video on why MLMs are absolutely terrible. So before we begin with this video,
they're just so terrible and we need to get rid of them. Oh my gosh. It's not even... It's a little bit of sarcasm, but like, why is she so giddy about it if it's such a bad thing? I'm just... People that are passionate, it's just off, and it's been off.
Don't forget to hit the thumbs up button, subscribe to the channel, and hit that bell button down below so you'll be notified of all of my videos to come. And yeah, now without further ado, let's hop into this controversial video. Let's go. Alright, first off, I'm going to be going in a little category of, we're going to be going through, here's a myth and here's a fact. I'm going to break everything down for you. I will have a lot of information tagged down below. I will also be having a lot of photos up as well to kind of describe what I'm talking about, show the facts, show the statistics, and explain to you what really is going on that a lot of these presenters are not sharing. I have literally a crazy list on my phone. I was up till like 3 a.m. last night, listing all of these things that need to be talked about. So very...
You get what I say?
So the first myth is you can earn up to $500 or more than that and you can stay at home while working this job. Actually, according to the Federal Trade Commission, which is the FTC that is specifically made to protect American consumers and help them with their purchasing decisions, it actually shares that MLMs give you a literal one...
Okay, so she's not posting her source, which is FTC. She's posting an infographic, which are not reliable. Hopefully we learn this. Anybody can make an infographic. And yes, it's a study that was just listed on the FTC. It's not current. There's been newer studies, and you know,
2% chance of making money. Literally 99%, around that number, literally don't even make money at all, or most of them lose.
Okay. When we're saying like all these people are losing money, it's just because all these people are quitting, right? And how are people losing money? It's not saying people are stealing money. They're not saying anything. They're just saying they lost money. They invested into this business because you have to invest, and they weren't cut out for it, so they lost. They didn't sell the products that they got, or they just invested and lost money, and it just makes sense in terms of it being a sales job. I've talked about this in the last video or the one before that. It's a really hard position. You have to be comfortable going up to people, and even if people seem like they don't want to talk, talking to those people. It's a high failure rate in that business. Same as it going into college. What is the failure rate for college? How many people drop out? That would be the dropout rate. You know, a lot of dropping out happens in everywhere.
Money. That is scary.
So, sorry for interrupting, but I just realized, I wasn't even paying attention, but I just realized that one of the pictures that I put up from the FTC says that you literally have a better chance of making money from gambling than working for an MLM.
Oh my gosh. It's like she looked up a fact. It's just, okay. Gambling, isn't it like gambling like 50-50 chance? There's a lot of things that have different odds. Your point?
I'm gonna leave that right there. I'm not gonna say anything else.
According to the facts, technically, all these presenters that are constantly promoting about how they can travel all the time, they make enough money to pay for all the bills, and they're living this dream lifestyle, turns out they're not, and it's a total lie. And number two,
And it's not a lie. It's not even that. You want to look successful to attract that energy. Manifestation, stuff like that. It's not everybody. It's for some people. Some people don't need that. For some people do, and I guess it is a lie, but it's not necessarily a bad lie. I mean, it depends how it's used. It's used in business to look nice. You're not gonna pretend you're broke. Fake it till you make it, right?
if you're actually involved in this business, you're not making money from it because you're not putting enough effort into it, time, and work into it. So that's why you're not making a single bit of money. Wrong. This business is actually set up to completely fail. This business was actually...
What do you mean? What do you mean? MLMs are just a direct sales team broken down into different compensation plans. That just means the percentage of money is just divided in like between certain people, the commissions. Oh my gosh, so repetitive.
They literally set up and created to make only the top tiers of the people. But what did you...
It's just a sales job. It's just a sales job. Just a sales job.
...actually make money off of the downline and the rest of the community. And on top of that, you cannot...
They keep on talking about downline, upline. It's just to give this like negative connotation, like we're being oppressed by having people above us. There will always be people above us. There will always be people below us. Okay.
Expect to actually make real and good money off of a business that wants you to sell a bunch of products that millions of other women are selling as well. It does not work like that. Here's another myth.
Millions? What company has millions of people? You're not saying the facts that you were. You're just putting quotes. You're just putting quotes, girl.
You can start your own business by joining Unique, Avon, Mary Kay, LipSense, the list goes on. Incorrect once again. You do not do any of that when you just start in an MLM, and that is something that drives me crazy because, again, here's my opinion, but according to the facts, it shows that that is a complete lie when it is marketed to you as a consumer that you are going to be owning / starting your own business. It doesn't exist. And to kind of break this down to you and prove to you as well.
What is the definition of business? What's the definition of businessman? Engaging in business. Why are we looking so deep into every single term? It's just looking for something to be negative about.
When you join an MLM, you purchase a starter kit, you have your own website that's kind of set up for you, and you pretty much sell products that a company has already formulated, created, and made for you. They are able to process all of that for you as well. That's kind of the main gist of it. Now, if you actually are starting your own business, this is so many of the steps. Like, I'm not even able to list all of them, but here are the majority of the steps that you...
Yes, there would be a lot of steps in creating a business, and that's why people buy franchises. That's why people just sell other people's pre-made items. That's why people buy things in wholesale. They're not going to fabricate every single thing that they want to sell in their stores. Okay.
You have to take in order to actually really start your own business. You have to file an LLC, sole proprietorship, or whatever the case may be that you want your business to fall under. Plus, you have to make sure that
if you're making money, you still have to file under something. So how is it different? You can still open an LLC. You can do self-employed. You can, there's a lot of ways that you can file. Why are they saying it's not even different steps, too many different steps? You're just not making the product. If I decide to sell something today, pick a product, like I want to sell this sweatshirt, it's the same thing.
You have your own domain name. You have to buy your name in order to have your own business. Then you have to pay.
Okay. Okay. It's not that expensive to buy a website. I think it's like $1 on GoDaddy for your first one.
Taxes to the state. You have to give it okay from the state. You have to formulate products, make sure that they are just right and perfect for what you want to create. You have to get them checked and make sure that they are healthy and actually okay to be distributed.
That's not even for every business. That's not for every business. Not every business formulates products from scratch. I can just decide to buy yarn from Michael's and decide to resell it and start my own business. You get what I'm saying?
Distributed to the public. You then have to create your own website, social media, keep that up, while also making sure that you have packaging enough to ship out, have enough inventory, find a place to store the inventory. Like, the list goes on. There's one, in my opinion, pops out again.
Every business.
This is where it is like the biggest slap in the face to people who do real business when somebody that is involved with
Me? No. What are you even talking about? It's not a slap in the face. People that get it, get it.
an MLM state that they have their own business. Now, for me, do I personally think that a lot of them are just naive in the subject and don't truly know? Yes, I do. I think a lot of it is just out of, they were told that by somebody who created this business. So, of course, they're going to fall and believe for that. That truly is not the case, and don't fall for that, guys. No. You have, literally, actually, statistically, you have a better chance of starting your own business than working for an MLM and actually creating profit. Yeah. If you
No, because you have all those steps that you just explained, supposedly. How would that be easier?
are the CEO or the owner of a business, you do not rank up or level up. You are the head of the business, so therefore there wouldn't even be.
You don't even need to worry about ranking up. Again, creating issues that don't even exist. Why are you acting like everybody wants to rank up? Like it's as soon as you go in, you have to rank up. No, you just join the company.
Any possibility of being promoted to blue level black status, whatever the case may be. Plus, it's really kind of sketchy when you're able to look up Unique, Mary Kay, whatever the case may be. You look up these businesses, and the CEO, it is an entirely different name. If you were the person that owned the business, your name would be under that category.
No. No.
Here's another myth that I have come across when it comes to consumers that actually purchase from these MLMs. The myth is, well, I use their products and they work really well, so I need to stick with them. Literally, that is not the case at all. There are so many brands out there that have stepped it up in their game, whether it is a high-end, whether it is drugstore. You can find literally anything for any price, and it works well. I don't want anyone feeling like they have to stick with an MLM solely because...
The point of MLMs, it is direct selling. You are having that experience, that basically customized experience that you really don't get in stores anymore. You just go in the store and pick for yourself. Instead, you're having, like, it's like a personal shopper. Why is it bad?
As their products work.
Quickly, forgot to mention this. Okay, so I want to put myself on the record and say that I believe that some of these products for the MLMs can be good. Some of them, most of them, are not the greatest. They are highly overpriced for their quality. And there we go. That's all I have to say.
You get that I can also start an MLM by just picking a product to sell and getting other people to sell it. I don't...
Venture off, try some drugstore brands. I literally have like so many recommendations for you. And anyways, if you are somebody that watches my video, please, please, please comment.
Meaning MLM products aren't different. It's just who's selling them. You're not getting the store, you're getting it from people.
Down below, DM me, ask me for recommendations. I will give you lists, links, discount codes. I will give you the fullest list so you will have nothing but success in your makeup journey. I do want to give a little bit of statement though, that because makeup lasts with an MLM product, that doesn't mean that that is the only one that's going to last and work long for you. I actually had a girl message me saying that the products of Lip Sense lasted really long for her and worked super duper well. And those products probably do last long and work well. However, you are benefiting a very toxic company, so it is really best to kind of step off of that. There are so many other affordable, more credible products that do last long and are so, I mean, so much better. There are so many other things out there. I highly recommend just venturing off, trying other things.
I don't know why she's saying like all MLM products are bad. Don't get them.
If you don't know where to start, please seriously message me and I will get you on the right track. Here's another myth. It's one small starter fee for a starter kit and then you'll be making real money. Again, wrong. Again,
I guess she's right. I mean, nothing's that easy. You actually have to start selling. But yeah, it could be possible if you started selling that day, that next day, it is possible for the person, for the right person, for the job.
FTC states that there are always more fees when you get involved with these MLM companies.
No, they don't.
Some women, when they
Where are the facts? Where are the facts? You're not showing any facts. You're just making statements.
They get their business kit, starter kit, that's what they call it, and they think, all right, I'm all set, I'm good to go. I just start selling products and recruiting people. Actually, most women get really stuck in having to purchase a lot of their own inventory, and they don't really sell any.
How do they get stuck with inventory and they don't sell any? How does that work? You would just sell, and if you're not selling, you wouldn't buy anymore. Why are you acting like they're getting stuck with this? Like they're being forced to do all these kind of crazy things. There is no force. It's an independent contracting job, and if they're forcing you to do anything, then you'd be an employee.
Shown, you actually get stuck with a lot of your own inventory, and when you're super duper close to a level, or you really are so close to a promotion, most of the time you actually...
Is this for real her source? This could be from anywhere. This is biased. This is promoting what you want to say. Where is this from? Unique sellers are required to continuously purchase products to maintain their status within their company, regardless of whether they are able to sell these products onward. You could have typed this. Is this on their website? And even then, they're letting people know, which doesn't make it right, but where are you getting this?
Purchase it yourself so you can get it there. Or if your downline doesn't make enough sales, of course, you want to stay up on the level that you want, so therefore you keep purchasing. And most people, they always feel pressure.
Why do you keep on, like, they're like, I do, like, you have to maintain your rings, you have to, or else everything crumbles down.
Especially for their upline or their downline, they always feel pressure, therefore they're gonna purchase it. So you are literally gonna be wasting more money than you actually make getting involved with these companies. Myth. Well, I make really good money in this business. Okay, here, I'm gonna kind of debunk the I make money. A lot of women say that they make good money with this business, and again, like I said, I'm gonna debunk it right now. If you truly do make good money in this business, you sell a good amount of product and recruit a good amount of people. I know a lot of people are gonna say that recruitment is not the biggest thing. Why do you see most of these people in MLMs working so hard to have you join their team? So let's say again that you are the person that...
It's just how it works. And why is recruiting bad? And yes, you're supposed to sell. That's the main thing. There's nothing wrong with recruiting.
That makes good money in this business. You sell a good amount of products, you have a team, and you always are constantly still recruiting people for your downline. Now, of course...
It's just making see like people just want to work. Every single person wants to work off the back of others. No, maybe you look at the world that way because that's how you are. I don't know. Okay.
Of course, people that get into this business, like I said previously, they have to purchase a starter kit. You, as the person who recruited them, get a percentage of what they spent on that starter kit. So in return, you are actually making money off of a person. And statistically, like I said, that literally 1 to 2% of people in the industry in itself, out of all the beauty MLMs, make any money. That just shows that you make money off of people that don't make money and don't succeed in the business. So
what? You're just getting a portion. What do you mean it's not succeeding? It's everyone working together. Okay, she put a little source right here. If I'm being honest, I probably lost close to 3,000. Okay. Again, we're remembering this is a sales job. What did she do? And again, she didn't even post a clip. She just posted freaking... You know, like sometimes documentaries are sensationalized. They're meant to trigger people. And also, like, a government can be behind a couple of documentaries. It doesn't mean anything. It's just people didn't know how to weren't careful with their money.
to wrap it up, it looks like, according to the facts, you actually don't make ethically made money. It is off of women that have failed in your business. Here's another myth. I get free cars and trips for working with this business. Wrong again. And it is something that is a big marketing tactic because it does suck you in because, oh, if you get all those benefits, then of course you're going to want to sign up for something that sounds too good to be true. Well, in reality, none of this is exactly true. In fact, if you look at the fine print when it comes to receiving a car, you get to pull out a loan in your name, so that way the business and the company is not reliable if you fail, and they get to give you a little bit of a bonus, and that...
Again, she didn't bring any facts. There's no facts here. She's just talking. Where each company does this? What companies are you talking about?
Bonus is supposed to be meant to cover the monthly payment for the car. Here's the issue with that. So what if your downline doesn't make enough sales? What if you don't make enough sales? What if you drop a little level? What if just some big family catastrophe happens with you personally and you aren't able to work and make all the sales? Therefore, you go down a level, you don't make as much, and you lose that bonus. You are truly stuck with a car payment that you...
That would be unfortunate, but that is life, and hopefully you have a little bit of money. But again, she's just, what is this scenario that she's creating?
You didn't even need or want in the first place, so it is yours. It's not even the brand's. It's not even
that you didn't even want or need in the first place. I don't even think it's mandatory.
Even something that they're paying for anymore. It's all your responsibility. It messes with your credit, you lose the car, and it turns into an absolute disaster. And that is something that is so sad. And I have actually personally seen women go through this before. It is not a full fantasy, it is a scam. Just like the...
Who have you seen gone through this before? No facts, no evidence, nothing. She's just...
Yes, you can work really hard in terms of making enough money to get to that certain level and gain enough points to get to that trip. However, not everything is covered at all when you go on that trip. You have to pay for certain things, like maybe there's airfare, maybe there's all this other food that you have to pay for.
It just said a free trip. It's like, you know this when you want to win something, you know what you're winning, right? You're gonna look at all the information on it. They usually have sheets for this when you do stuff like this at work or there's competitions. You know what you need to do, you know what's involved, you know the terms and conditions. That's for everything. There is no surprise.
It's little fees here and there, and so why would you work so hard for a trip that you really didn't earn? You still have to pay more for. Again, my opinion, but that doesn't sound like a free trip or car to me. Myth. I get all the business perks, but I'm not obligated to sell. I see this a lot. I see this pop up, and it takes my breath away. It throws me aback, and I'm just like, ooh. So let's just say a millionaire CEO has a bunch of people working for them. Do you honestly think...
Imagine what would happen if every person in the United States suddenly visited your website. Would it crash?
That is how they became a billionaire, if they had all of their employees literally not selling or working. But they still gave them all the benefits. The CEO would eventually be losing money. I'm a waitress.
What are you talking about? No, how would they be losing money? They're not giving out anything. Oh, I see. We act like every single person's getting stuff for free.
Okay, I do waitressing on the side because I love that extra money. I love side hustles. It helps me out a lot. Well, what would happen if me as a waitress, I would just be standing there, I wouldn't be helping out, but of course
you get
my
fired.
boss
It's the same thing. It's the same thing. You would lose your rank, stuff like that. But it's just the same thing. You'd get fired.
And would just magically pay me for my hourly wages and I would get tipped? No, that doesn't happen. That doesn't exist.
If you're an MLM, there is no downline like that. It's crazy. But no, if it's a team, and if people are not pulling in their weight, you don't want them on your team. You're not gonna make people money that you don't want to. The people that are doing that, those are the ones failing. Not everyone else. Everyone's pulling their weight except that person.
And no person in their right mind that owns an actual business would ever do that for employees. That just doesn't make sense, especially when the market is highly oversaturated with people that are involved with these MLMs. Do you really think
I see all the time. Every time I make a post, people are trying to give me free things. And I only have like 49 followers on that page that I post. Things don't cost that much. Things that are in America that are $10 are probably like 20 cents in China. Yes, they can afford to give it away if they're buying it in wholesale. You guys can't afford things. If you were a business owner, you couldn't. What do you mean real business owner? There's real business owners in every price category. I can be a business owner only making $10,000. I can be a business owner only making $5,000, $50,000, $20,000, $1 million, $2 million. What?
CEO is going to be giving out hundreds and thousands worth of bonuses? No, not in the slightest. Myth. These presenters are living the dream life and working the dream job. Fact. Again, not even close. A lot of the people that are training these presenters actually teach and push for them to show that they have this dream lifestyle, that this is exactly...
Okay, a lot of people don't have a dream lifestyle. We know this. But that's... People dream because they wish for things, so... they're just finding negatives and positives, and it's kind of draining at this point.
What everybody wants, because you are promoting a lifestyle of living luxurious, not having to worry about paying for your bills, getting all these free trips and cars. This is going to be drawing other people.
I feel like you're like confusing influencer and MLMer. Because like where are all these MLMers like faking glorious lifestyles? Maybe they're promoting it if they live it to get like them. But why is it that every single person in MLM is just... Some people are just want to make money. Not everyone necessarily needs to have that dream lifestyle.
people in to possibly join your team, pay money to a starter kit, and eventually making the top 1 to 2% money. They aren't living a luxurious lifestyle. They aren't living the dream lifestyle. They aren't living an easier lifestyle. And with how some of these women, I do notice how they spend their time and their money, from what I am personally seeing, as my own opinion in person, it clearly shows that according to the statistics in terms of they're probably not making a single bit of money, or hardly any at all, to really keep themselves up, then a lot of them are probably either having other jobs to keep them going, or they're living off of their husband's salary.
What? Claiming your, again, this is her source, is not a source. What is this? Claiming your business gave you financial freedom versus not given. G. Proper credit to your spouse for providing that lifestyle. Nothing is wrong with living off your spouse's income. It becomes wrong when you claim a failing company is paying you well. Wow. Wow. It's crazy. She only has 4,000 views on this video. And somehow she has 20K followers. And none of them have seen this video. They would know. They would know some things.
Nothing wrong with that. However, you're lying to an audience saying that this is your lifestyle that you created, when in fact your poor husband, who is working his literal butt off, is paying for that lifestyle for you. Yeah, I wouldn't be really promoting that if I were you.
Why you act like everybody's doing that and living off their husband? It's such a weird, like, seeing how these people think, you know? It's so negative.
Don't fall for it. It is a fake illusion of a luxurious life. It does not exist. Now, this one is, when you're shopping with me, you're supporting a small business and not a greedy corporation. I'll argue with you on that one. So the fact is, remind me.
They're a small MLM business owner. If you own an MLM, you can be a small business owner. Not all MLMs are corporate. Oh my gosh, generalizing. Okay.
Again.
Here's another one of her sources. When you shop with your direct sales friend, you're supporting a small business, not some huge greedy corporation. Remind me again, who is that issues your commission checks and keeps 50 to 90% of all the sales you make? I feel like oh my gosh. How are you not? You're marketing. Oh, well, it doesn't mean you know business, but like, okay, so you made sales, but you still, okay, so you, I don't know. Where's the evidence for this? You're acting like all businesses are the same, but even then, how do you know that they're taking 50 to 90%? Where is that? You show another example right here.
Who issues you your checks and takes about 50 to 90% of what you made in sales. Yeah, so now I'm going to be running through a lot more facts that I found that I think are super duper helpful in pushing my case and showing you the reality of all of this just is a bunch of BS. So the first fact is federal regulators have used a 70% rule to determine if an MLM is legal or not. At least 70% of all goods sold by the MLM company must be purchased by non-distributors. And this standard would place most MLM companies.
Okay. So it just means that people other than the employees need to buy products, or else it would be a pyramid scheme. Okay? Because it would only be your employees buying product. They're not selling it to anyone. They're going to lose money. It's not sustainable.
Companies outside of the law. And that is from Chapter 8.
Okay, this is her first real source. Okay. Federal regulators have used a 70% rule to determine an MLM's legality. At least 70% of all goods sold by the MLM company must be purchased by non-distributors. Sounds good. This standard would place most MLM companies outside the law. Okay, but it seems like they've kind of used that rule, and there's some outliers, but it doesn't necessarily make them illegal. You have to go in and investigate, and that's what they do. And I've read this whole thing. That's what they do. It's kind of, if it looks suspicious, they'll investigate it. It doesn't make it, it just makes it more suspicious, because if all the distributors, it's just a rule, just a basic rule of determining and preventing pyramid schemes.
MLM, a litany of misrepresentations, the case for and against multi-level marketing, www.ftc.gov. And here's another thing that's really sad. When you claim that most people fail from MLMs because they're not working hard enough or they're not putting enough time or effort into it, you're still acknowledging the high failure rate, which in return shows that you are also fine with admitting that you are profiting from other people's failures. Here's another.
How did she even come to that conclusion? It's so simple. It's so black and gray. That's not how it works. And you know, she does not seem passionate. This is what really ticked me off to her. She does not look passionate in everything. She's like, this is so fun. Love anti-MLM content. Love doing this. But she never talks about the people that she helps, because she doesn't even care about that. She likes to make content.
Other thing that I found, if you type in the name of your MLM, whether it's, like I said, Unique, Mary Kay, Avon, LipSense, anything that you think might be an MLM or isn't, do a little bit of research, and if anything, type in the name and lawsuit right next to it. You will find a lot of issues with each of those companies over.
They have been around a really long time. You're only talking about 4 companies, and they are corporate. They tend to have more lawsuits. That's just how it goes. Lawsuits happen. First, the FTC has a lot of problems. We can have anything in our food and our products, basically. There's not that many things banned.
Lying to customers. Now here's another thing I noticed. A lot of the women on here that work with MLMs, I don't know why, but a lot of them feel the need to promote how much money they make. A lot of people with other regular jobs don't.
Who said that? I don't see that many. If anything, I see you guys talking about how much money. Well, no, I've never seen you. It's CC that talks about how much money they make. But where? Who talks about how much money they make? I have actually never seen you guys post a video of someone saying how much money they make.
Don't do that, so I don't know what the deal is in pushing that you're doing good. It's kind of weird shoving out how much you make in front of everybody. So this is just something that I noticed. A lot of women are confusing the words revenue and profit together, and I don't think they have an understanding of what either means. Revenue is the initial money made from sales. So let's say I spent $50 on a product. $50 in itself is what was made. However, that is not including the taxes, the fees for creating the product, nothing. So after you remove all those extra fees, that is what is left. Profit.
Taxes would be on top of that $50. So it would even be included, and then minus the wholesale price. And then, yeah, that would be the profit.
Is what is left in there. So yeah, maybe you sold about $500 worth of product, but if you look at how much commission you're actually going to make, how much in taxes that's going to be taken out of there, you are literally making little to nothing at all. Now here's another thing that is like, it blows my mind.
Where are the sources? Where are the sources? You've only shown one in 18 minutes that's credible-ish, or that adds to your story.
And I can't even believe that this is a thing. So the FTC states that most MLMs prevent you from selling your excess inventory on eBay or Amazon. Why? What even?
Okay. Yeah, so you just don't want you reselling their products. It just messes with things. People can sell dupes. It just messes up with your brand's integrity and could mess with pricing, could quality issues. That happens a lot, but you can also lose a lot of money on eBay and Amazon. People are always requesting refunds on there, so they probably just don't want you to deal with it. But yeah, it's just telling you to report that if that does happen. Maybe sometimes they do. Sometimes I've had jobs have me wait off the clock when I should be on the clock, just so they won't get their hours messed up. What? Okay, sorry, you can't do that. Sell somewhere else. There's so many other marketplaces on the internet.
It's so wrong. So apparently a lot of women, they do get stuck with some extra inventory. They need to get rid of it and make a little bit of profit off of it. So a lot of them resort to eBay or Amazon because that would be the next best thing I would think of, is trying to make a slight bit of profit off something that you paid a little bit too much money for. And so when a lot of these women are trying to sell on eBay or Amazon, so many of them are dealing with...
No, I don't think there's a lot of other places to sell other than eBay and Amazon. It just seems those are just two. It's okay. And if not, if you're a really good salesperson, you would think of other ways. Again, this is direct sales. You can make your own website to sell. You can make your own Yelp page, Google page to link it. There's so many alternatives.
Lawsuits from the actual company stating that it is unlawful for them to sell. That in itself right there, in my opinion, but that in itself, it's disgusting that somebody would actually go after something for trying to make a slight bit of profit out something that they were just stuck with. And I'm just telling you right now, the other actual real and genuine companies like Benefit Cosmetics, Wet n Wild, NYX Cosmetics, you never find them getting into lawsuits or suing people because they're selling their products on eBay or Amazon. They are successful enough that they don't care. So why is it the MLMs?
What? You wouldn't be able to sell NYX on Amazon or eBay because they'll get mad at you and probably, like if you were to start reselling Gucci and Prada, they'd probably sue you or put an injunction on you to not do that because they don't want you to mess up quality dupes. But also, why would you need to do that? An MLM's a sales job. That's why you would need to do that.
Care so much. I don't think they're that successful then. Here's another fact out here. The main target, and a lot of these presenters are mainly focused on, as you can tell by literally all of these little posts, they're focused on single women, or here's another thing that I found out, immigrants. That in itself literally likes...
No sources. No sources. She just keeps on saying things. She just keeps on... These are pretty big statements, and she's also not... She's just... They're blanket statements.
Me on fire. It bothers me that somebody is actually okay with promoting a business opportunity and having it to where somebody thinks, oh, this is my last bit of money that I can use in investing in myself, because then they think they're going to make a lot of money, they're going to get off their feet, and they're going to feel so much better and financially secure. When again, like I said...
No, there are some people that scam, for sure. It's not everybody. Again, Isabella, you can tell she's just saying things. They're purposefully inflammatory. She knows what she's doing.
According to the statistics, most people don't even make money and they fail in this business. So you are literally okay with taking money from poor women, that money could have gone for diapers, that money could have gone for food, for gas, anything else, but you thought it was a good idea to promote this scam of an idea just to benefit yourself. That is absolutely terrible. Also, when it comes to...
Wow. She is just tearing people apart for picking this position with no shame. Wow.
Immigrants and people that are trying to come to this country to have a better life, to feel more secure and be safe and financially secure. It takes a lot of work to come over here. And I have just heard that from people that I know. That is a lot of work, and it is so terrifying. And it truly...
I'm sure a lot of people are immigrants in Kansas. Isabella, where are... You haven't even talked about your mom. You haven't talked about anything in this video. You're just checking all the boxes.
Like, makes me so mad. I literally could cry when I first hear about this. It truly makes me so furious.
She's so furious. What? These people are bad actors. It's kind of crazy. No emotion.
When somebody is okay with preying on somebody who has come from a whole different country, because the U.S. is known for amazing opportunities, except for you're promoting a stupid scam and you're taking money away from people who have hardly any resources in itself. That is wrong. That is terrible. I'm sorry, but if you think that that's okay in trying to promote this to a single mother to be more financially stable, or for people who have come to this country just to try and have a better life, then yeah, I'm sorry. I could not sleep at night if I did that. Not even in the slightest. So to wrap this whole video up and kind of...
Let's wipe this back, okay.
Yeah, I'm sorry. I could not sleep at night if I did that. Not even in the slightest. So
yeah, sure. Okay.
To wrap this whole video up and kind of talk about my final thoughts on this, after all this research that I've done, after all the videos I've watched, after all of the forums that I've read, the statistics, I am thoroughly disgusted with this industry more than I was even before looking into it.
She didn't show any of the statistics in this video at all. She showed one.
It was a bad problem, but I never really knew the severity of it until I started doing research and focusing on how terrible this industry is. And I'm upset. I'm very bothered that this is something that people promote. And do I think that everybody here is like a bad person that work in MLMs? No. I think a lot of people are really naive and don't fully think about what they're working on and what they're doing. And it's ultimately not doing really good for them, and it's hurting a lot of people in the end. So yeah, like I said, I think a lot of people are naive, but I do think that there are many people, and I know that there's some people that are watching this right now, who are fully aware of what they're saying, fully aware that they are lying to people and their audience. And it disgusts me, and I'm very, very deeply disappointed and upset that people are using something as simple as makeup that should be fun and makes you feel beautiful. It is used as a negative marketing tactic to prop up only 1 or 2% of a business. That is ridiculous in itself. I will never spend a single dollar on an MLM, and I will never in my life ever promote their company. And I truly hope that all these companies do go under. I want them to go away, because this type of business is horrible, and it is so disgusting, because the main
She gave no facts at all. At all, dude. She just made statements this whole entire video.
This is preying on women. Even though you claim that you're empowering women, why is it that you are snatching money away from poor mothers, single mothers, people that are financially unstable?
And she didn't even talk about any specific MLMs. And then she was saying she was talking about only makeup MLMs. But she's saying that all of them are evil.
People that are coming to this country to have a better life, how do you feel okay doing that? I will never understand that. This is not an ethical business, and the small percentage of people that make money off of this business are making money off of hundreds upon hundreds of women who have failed in this business because they were involved in a, literally it was meant to fail business system, and it drives me crazy, and I'm so upset with that. I'm sad that women today have gone through...
What? This girl's... She is so distraught that people are hurting, and she just wants to let people know and be aware and be in the know. Even though she's never worked in one, her mom has worked in one. We don't really know about her mom's experience, but her okay.
Understand that this is not an ethical business, and the small percentage of people that make money off of this business are making money off of hundreds upon hundreds of women who have failed in this business because they were involved in a literally it was meant to fail business system, and it drives me crazy, and I'm so upset with that. I'm sad that women today have gone through that. I'm sad that I've actually had people in my DMs saying that they have lost money, that they were so close to losing money, that they lost friendships because people really pushed this so hard onto them.
What are you even talking about? No evidence, just statements.
It truly blows my mind, and I can't with that at all. I can't express to you enough how terrible this is. And I really do, as somebody who is working in the beauty industry and who sees this and sees a lot of people fail at this all the time, I truly, truly pray that after some people watch this video, they never get involved with an MLM. You guys stop purchasing from MLMs and go to ethically produced companies, or just people that are just safer and more reliable. I hope that people that even are involved with these, I really, really wish that people that are involved with MLMs were just to get out of there, just solely because it is unethical and it's not good. And either way, if you get involved and if you do somehow do good in this business, you're doing good off of people who failed. That is terrible. Here's another thing though that I do.
Oh my gosh.
Or just to get out of there, just solely because it is unethical and it's not good. And either way, if you get involved and if you do somehow do good in this business, you're doing good off of people who failed. That is terrible. Here's another thing though that I do want to say is, if you know somebody that is involved with an MLM, just be kind to them, but simply just don't interact with the business. Don't assist in the purchasing of their products, because it is enabling them to continue on with that. And you don't want anyone involved in a company that will really possibly hurt them more than do them good. Again, I know this is going to be an unpopular opinion. I know there's going to be a lot of people that are going to be upset with this, but like I said at the beginning, this is something that had to be said, and I will stand by this forever. There will never be something that pops up showing me otherwise. The statistics are very...
She didn't even show anything, and she says nothing will ever change her mind. Wow.
Clear and show to me that this is a horrible way of going about business, and I will never support it nor say that it is real. It is a scam. It is unethical. It is disgusting, and yeah, that is literally all that I have to say about companies like that. So anyways, like I said, this is something that was difficult. I know there's going to be bad reactions, but it was something that definitely had to be said. Be kind and respectful to people, especially if they are trying to get it out of an MLM, if they're working in an MLM, whatever the case may be. Just please be kind and respectful to people that are involved, because I feel like a lot of them have no clue of what they are truly doing in the system. And yeah, so anyways, I hope you guys have a wonderful day. Thank you so much for watching. If you have any experiences at all in an MLM almost, or anything that is just really crazy and wild, I'd really love to personally hear about them. Comment them down below. Send them to me on my Instagram at Isabella Lanter, and I would really love to hear about them. Plus, I do want to say, again, if you have any questions about products and you've been using MLM products and you really are just like, you know what, I'm done, I want to use something that is ethical and actually good, I will literally sit with you and talk with you until we find everything that is good for you.
They'll probably charge you or give you an affiliate link. What?
And products that are in your budget and exactly what you need. I will literally help you out just to make sure that you guys get the exact advice that you are looking for. So yeah, like I said, have a wonderful day. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you all in my next video. Stay glowing, my beautiful queens. Love you. Bye.
Okay. Next.